This is 911. Do you have an emergency?
Today on Rescue 911, a high-stakes holdup.
Hey, this is a holdup. Don't shoot, I'll do whatever you want.
Dad!
Sends terror through a small town.
We've had a robbery and somebody's been shot.
Be there as medics assist the wounded and officers hit the street in search of the armed felons. Plus,
I was just trying to be brave and not panic.
a girl risks everything to save her brothers and sisters from their burning home.
Dad!
On Rescue 911.
'69-year-old George Rosencrantz and his wife Emily ran a sporting goods store in Mesa, Arizona. The family-owned business had been an important part of their lives for almost 15 years, but all that changed on December 21st, 1991.
Emily,
Yes. For some reason, no customers were in the store.
what is the price on this model?
This is very unusual because usually on Saturday mornings we're busy. But fortunately, nobody was in the store.
George and Emily's daughter Judy and employee Rick Meyer were also working in the back of the store.
65821 model.
Here it is, 239.
Okay, thank you, Emily. May I help you?
Hey, this is a holdup.
You've got to be kidding.
Dad!
Don't shoot, I'll do whatever you want. Now get up front, help me get the guns. Come on! Now get the guns out of the case.
I saw my father's legs, wondering how he's doing because he was quiet. I didn't have any idea if he was still alive.
When we continue,
I was petrified, and the thought went through my head, what would my daughter do without me if I were to die? I just hoped and prayed they wouldn't come in.
Down! Now zip it up. Hurry up! Now get down!
I was petrified. I didn't make a sound. And the thought went through my head that what would my daughter do without me, for the rest of her life if I were to die?
Now come on! Get up front!
I just hoped and prayed they wouldn't come in.
Down! Put the hands on the back of your head now!
on that Saturday morning, Bob Ramsey was doing errands.
Just by coincidence, I passed a sporting goods store when these three guys ran out of the store with monkey masks on, carrying rifles and pistols. I knew right away what was happening. I had to stay focused and watch every step of where they went so that these guys could be put away where they belong.
Emergency.
Oh, yes.
At 10:32 a.m., a call for help came in to Mesa Police Dispatcher Gary Melton.
Street, we've had a robbery and somebody's been shot. Please get somebody
Okay,
in quickly.
stay on the line with me.
Okay.
Okay, they had a gun then, ma'am?
Yes, they had shotguns and they shot everybody.
All right.
There's one person really badly hurt. One person
Okay,
really
ma'am.
badly hurt. Please come right away.
Okay, ma'am, stay on the line with me.
Okay, I'm on the line.
I was a trainee at the time I got the call, and the first thought was, oh my gosh, why me? Why not one of the more experienced dispatchers?
Where was this person shot, ma'am?
I don't know. Where's he shot? Where's he shot? Shot in the back.
Okay.
Shot in the back. They just left. They had shotguns and they shot
Okay,
They
ma'am.
were shooting all over the place.
All right, ma'am. Ma'am, I've got the police and firemen coming.
Oh, thank God.
Their initial behavior was very cautious, but after a few seconds, They were too big of a hurry to even notice anything. They were just so busy unloading the vehicle. I decided to go back to the store because I didn't have access to a telephone.
As police officers began their investigation, the Mesa Fire Department arrived, led by paramedic Arnold Corneo.
That was a pretty serious wound.
Sir, can you hear us?
And it looked like it had exited out his back into about a 3-inch diameter hole, just kind of a blowout type of wound.
Got one gunshot to the
Lieutenant Dan Day was the watch commander on duty that
Is
morning.
anybody else hurt or injured? Or?
The fact that they shot the clerk and they stole the weapons, it just really magnified everything. And I pretty much just shut the city down and put our focus to try to find these guys.
Dan, I believe this guy knows where our suspects are.
How's that? I saw the 3 guys run out of the sporting goods store.
I just thought he was trying to be helpful and was probably going to give me some information we maybe already had. And I'm pretty much being a little bit short with him. You know, what do you need? What can I help you with? He said, well, I know where these guys are.
Sure, that's the truck.
That's it right there.
Okay, hang on. Let's get across the street over here.
There was no movement in the complex. It was pretty quiet. It was like everybody was either inside or gone. So I'm thinking the time it took him to drive back and we're 30 minutes behind, it's just a good chance we're not going to be there.
I've got that vehicle, 800 South Stapley, on the east side of the street.
Daryl, can you get across the neighborhood and come up on the west side there through the alley?
Simple.
53, I'm on down.
Okay, stand by there. I'm going to have you deploy on that east side.
We're sending all this concentration on this apartment, and I'm using all those resources. And my biggest worry is that they were gone.
Steve, just be real careful. He knows exactly what apartment they're in, so just be on the lookout. And they still have the shotgun.
My plan at that point, once we got secure, we'd just sit on it. Try to get a negotiator, try to find out the phone number, start doing utilities check, license plate numbers in the parking lot, and start processing our intelligence.
Okay, are you up in the driveway there so you can see the front door?
But I never got a chance to get that far.
You need to get back. You're right straight across from it, okay? That one would be coming from the south on foot. Yeah, so we got kids coming down the sidewalk, and I just want those people to stay inside.
One of the officers that I had sneaking up saw the door come open, and they just came out, just unannounced, just boom.
Mexican male just came out. One's wearing a red shirt, pair of Levi.
That's them.
Are you sure?
That's them. That's them.
Okay, the witness advised.
We weren't ready for him to come out. So at that moment, I was pretty nervous that something bad's going to happen.
Take off. Okay.
Hold it right there! Put your hands up! Please. Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Stay right there! Don't move!
Uniform
right there! Hold it!
Hold it! Right there! Stop! Put it down! Put it down! Drop it right there!
The officer reached over to spray the bad guy, and it squirted me, and immediately I couldn't see and I couldn't breathe. I was out.
The apartment's clear, and the weapons have been located.
10-4.
What Mr. Ramsey did was far beyond what's expected and what's asked, and I just thank God he wasn't injured, and I wouldn't recommend anybody take that much action without the training or the ability to protect yourself. I mean, the potential violence in this entire thing for everybody was extremely high.
69-year-old gunshot victim George Rosenkrantz underwent surgery to remove his damaged spleen. During recovery, he suffered a stroke and has had to undergo extensive physical therapy.
We are thankful every day that he's okay. But it wasn't quick. It was a long, daily ordeal for him to recuperate.
The suspects were found guilty of armed robbery and aggravated assault and sentenced to prison. 7 months after the shooting, George was finally able to return to work. But the incident changed the way he does business.
I just was at the wrong place at the right time for the burglars, that's all. I had what they wanted, and I just don't want to press it. I learned quick. Once is enough. That's the top of the line right here.
For our safety, we all decided we're going to get rid of these guns, we're going to get rid of all the accessories that go with them, and completely do without them.
They're tungsten, but they're not as heavy. It's real cutthroat industry. I think it's better that we got rid of them. We're going to be getting Girl Scout stuff in. We'll be the only distributor there in Mesa for that. So I think that's a better thing to sell than the firearms.
Get on it,
My wife and I have been married for 45 years, and I tell her I love her every single night now.
Good. Oh, that's good.
I value each and every day that I get up and go at it again.
I just love them more than I ever have. You know, I don't know what I would do without them. I really don't.
I will only say that I went through 5 campaigns in World War II. I never got hit. I was missed many times, but civilian life is rough.
Next.
The first thought that I had was that the kids could be in the house. The whole house was ablaze, and I could hear them screaming.
In the small town of Blowing Rock, North Carolina, volunteer rescue workers have a program that tries to prepare children for possible emergencies, but no one knows how they'll do when put to the test by the real thing. On a cold night 2 weeks before Christmas in 1990, 12-year-old Crystal Darby was babysitting her 4 younger brothers and sisters, while her mother and father were working on a new home just down the road.
My brother and sisters were in their bed, and my little brother, 2-year-old, he was sitting beside me watching TV with me. And then I smelled smoke. And I tried to follow where it was coming from, and it seemed like it was coming from the kitchen. I saw something, but it was just a little bit of smoke, and I just thought it was a blown fuse. So I went back and sat down to watch TV some more. And then I smelled a little bit more smoke, and I thought I better go check this over. I looked, and it was coming out of the cracks of the wall, out of the corners of my dad's bedroom right beside the kitchen. I thought it was something with the cords, the electrical cords. Well, I just walked over to my dad's room, and I saw smoke coming out from under the door. I only looked in there for like 2 seconds and closed it back up, but the door was hot. I shouldn't have opened the door. And then it was dead, the TV. And so I thought maybe I should call my mom. It wouldn't work. I thought, oh my gosh, the TV's dead, the phone's dead.
James!
There was something bad wrong.
James, wake up! James!
I tried to wake up my brother first.
Oh.
He wouldn't wake up.
Got to. Guys, wake up.
My sisters woke up immediately.
Wake up, there's a fire. James.
I just said, I think there could be a fire, and you need to help me wake up James, okay? Come on, let's go.
Wake up. Come on, wake up. What's wrong? It's a fire. Get out.
By then, the house was filled with smoke.
Go, Alicia, go. Go on out, Alicia.
I was nervous, shaky.
Come on, we gotta get out.
I was just trying to be brave and not panic. I learned in school that if you're panicky, it's just going to take longer.
My sister, she said stay in the truck. I saw a lot of smoke, and it made me feel like crying.
I tried to keep a close eye on him. But my brother, James, he ran. I said, James, come on out. Dad isn't here.
James!
I heard a thump.
Come back, James!
I didn't go in after him. I wouldn't take the risk, but I didn't know if he would come out or not.
James! James! James, what's that? James!
When he came back out, I said, James, don't ever do anything like that to me again. It was scary.
I really loved that house. I felt scared it was going to catch on fire.
When I saw the house catch on fire, I told them to stay in the truck, not get out unless something very bad happens. And then I ran down the quickest way to my other house. I could still hear them yelling at me not to go. I said, Mom, the house is on fire. Go get my brothers and sisters. Do everything you can. But she said, call 911.
Blowing Rock 911.
The first thought that I had was that the kids could be in the house.
Alicia! James! James!
I didn't see the kids.
The 4 children were no longer in the truck.
The whole house was ablaze, and when I could hear them screaming, I thought they may be inside burning and screaming.
Attention, Blowing Rock firemen.
The Blowing Rock Fire Department was immediately dispatched to the scene.
I just gathered them all up, and I've never been so glad to see their little faces as I was that night. I was just thinking what would have happened if she had come and got me first. Because when I got up there wouldn't have been any way to get them out.
There was fire throughout the whole house. I mean, it was ventilated out every window, through the roof. Nobody could have survived it.
Only 4 months earlier, firefighter Steve Sudrith had taught fire safety tips to Crystal's 5th grade class.
There's no question that if Crystal had not reacted properly, we would have had 4 fatalities. Those children would have died.
Every year in the small town of Blowing Rock, firefighters volunteer their time to teach fire safety to school children.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, it's that time of year again. It's Fire Prevention Week, and I wanted to see what kind of progress we've made so far. How many of you have...
Firefighters Steve Sudrith and Angela Grider had both helped to put out the fire at Crystal's house.
I love working with the kids, something I'm good at. If I thought if I could get through to one person, one child, that was worth it.
Why should we sleep with the doors closed in our bedrooms? Yes, ma'am.
Because of the smoke. The smoke, that's right. That smoke is what kills.
They should know their exits, how to crawl out of the bed, stay low, and crawl on the floors because there's the poisonous gases.
Smoke is up high and the fresh air is down low.
You should feel the door. If it's hot, don't leave that way. And get out quickly, have a meeting place, and don't go back into the house. Let the firefighters do that, because chances are you would be another victim that they would have to rescue.
The Chambers family recently got a chance to visit their local fire station.
Okay, pull that chain up there just a little bit. Crystal had remembered what she'd learned, and she was able to save their lives. Squeeze the button right there. Go ahead. You do it.
I think about how my little boy wouldn't sleep in pajamas for a couple of weeks afterwards. because he wanted to sleep in his clothes because he was afraid the house would burn down. And I just remember how thankful I felt that my kids were okay.
See the great big old ladder up on top of it?
I know that teaching them to do the right things in situations like that before they happen is what saves their lives.
Right here, we've got the lights on.
I should have gotten them to crawl out of the house, and I should have crawled myself too. That's what they taught us to do. But I'm just thankful that we made it out alive.
When I saw those children, it was just astonishing to know that those 4 lives had been saved because of something we had spent, volunteer time on, knowing that we might have been helpful in that. It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, you'll grow into it.
She got us out of the burning house. If she didn't, we would have been almost thrown up. I really loved my sister.
Now you're ready to go.
Step out of the car, please.